You guys ever wonder what's really going on in Missouri when you see headlines saying Missouri legislators are filing bills to criminalize abortion as murder? Sounds extreme, but it's actually real, and it's happening right now. In 2025, lawmakers introduced something called the Missouri Prenatal Equal Protection Act, along with bills like HB 1072 and HB 1417. And these bills would let prosecutors charge both the person who gets an abortion and the provider with homicide. We are talking a murder charge. This isn't old news or something from years ago. This started this year. This is a brand new push happening after Missouri voters literally approved a constitutional amendment in 2024 protecting reproductive freedom and abortion access up to viability. Yet lawmakers are now trying to override that vote by criminalizing abortion anyway. And the dangerous part is this could punish people for seeking basic reproductive care and, well, scare doctors away from treating pregnancy complications because, well, any decision that they make could be questioned as homicide. This is especially destructive for women in Missouri because it doesn't just target late-term abortions. The language in these bills treats any abortion as homicide of an unborn child. And that means someone already going through a difficult pregnancy or a medical crisis could face criminal charges simply for seeking care. It also creates fear for poor and rural women who are already struggling to access doctors because now the choice becomes traveling out of state or risking jail. Even miscarriages come under, suspicion if a prosecutor really wants to make an example out of someone. And all of this is happening despite Missouri voters approving reproductive rights barely a year ago. So when people say this is about protecting life, it's not. It's about taking control away from women and ignoring a Democratic vote in the process. This is not hypothetical, guys. This is not history. This is happening right now, like I said, in Missouri, and it's one of the clearest examples of what happens when lawmakers decide that their ideology matters more than people's health and safety. And look, this is especially terrible for women in Missouri because these bills turn basic medical care into a legal risk. They let the state treat an abortion or even a pregnancy complication like it's a homicide investigation, which means women could be questioned or punished simply for seeking help. Doctors might actually hesitate now to treat emergencies, like miscarriages or ectopic pregnancies because they fear being charged. Poor and rural women will be affected the most because they already have fewer options. And the most frustrating part, like I've said earlier, is Missouri voters already approved reproductive freedom in 2024, yet lawmakers are still trying to ignore that and criminalize women anyway. This is not about protecting life. I don't fucking care how many times they say that. This is always about taking control back from women and putting their lives and safety at risk. And I'm sick of this shit.